And here we have Snowblind. In Snowblind, we are trying to get our captain to the South Pole and plant his flag here and get him safely back to the ship. And the way we can get him to the South Pole is by using some of all of these actions. And we start up in the solo version with a captain and 4 crates, and then we have 2 sailors and 1 scientist and 20 crates. We do not start with a camp, and we only have 1 camp to place in the whole game. Where when you play with 2 or more players, you will have 3 camps, plus you will have 1 camp back. You will start with a camp, so we have 4 camps in all. And the camps, they protect you if you have built a camp. You're not as much exposed if you have a camp, because when we play the game and we use action dice, then we have to roll for exposure. And if we roll 1, 2 or 3, then we are okay, we will not be hurt. But if we roll 4, then if the person is standing alone, then he will be exposed. If we roll 5, then only a camp can protect us. Even if we are standing together, we are not protected if we roll a 5. Only if we have a camp, and we only have 1 when we play the solo version. If we roll 6 or higher, then we will always be exposed. And when we are exposed, we have to give up some of these crates. And the crates, they are our supplies. And we can give up crate or we can give up food. In the solo version, we have 6 rounds to complete our quest to get our captain to the South Pole and plant the flag and back again to the ship. And in the solo version, we have these cards, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2 6s. And we will be exposed to the weather in the game. The active player closest to the South Pole will be the space that will be affected by these weather cards. And we have 6 rounds to complete our mission in the solo version. In the solo version, we will not use the green die and the pink die. They will not be used, so you have to take them aside. And here we have a closer look of the actions you can take in the game. If I take this red die with only 6 sides, each time I have taken an action, I have to roll for exposure afterwards. And the 6-sided dice, they are not as risky as the 8-sided dice. But you get a better reward when you take an 8-sided die, but it is also more risky to take that die because there's a better chance that you will be exposed. So if I took this red die, then I could move my captain plus 3 crates with him 1 space. If I take this more risky die, then I can move the captain with the 3 crates plus 1 more. It can be a sailor or it can be a scientist and 1 more crate. And here I can move the sailor with the yellow action dice. I can move the sailor with 3 crates, or I can move the sailor and 1 research token and gain 1 research token. In the solo version, this one doesn't matter except if you're playing hard or in a blizzard mode or in a whiteout mode, then you would have to collect some of these research tokens. They are worth 1 point at the end of the game when you are playing 2 or more players. With the blue dice, we can move the sailors. We can move 1 sailor with 3 crates, or we can move 1 sailor if we take the more risky die and then turn 1 crate into 2 food. We cannot move the food, but we can use the food when we are exposed. So instead of giving up crate, we can give up food. And with these actions down here, there are 3 different actions we can take. We can either move and explore 2 spaces, but we have to roll for exposure at each space. Or we can move 1 explore and 2 crates, 1 space. Or we can build a camp. In the solo version, we only have 1 camp to build. And these actions over here, we will not be using in the solo version, but if you play 2 players or more, then you could take this green action die, where you can move the scientist and 1 crate, or you can move the sailor and 1 crate. And if you took the pink die, you could just gain 2 food. The way the actions they work in the solo version is the same if you're playing with more players. But if you're playing with more players, then of course each player will have their camp and their setup, and they will compete on being the first to getting to the North Pole and back again. But in this game you will win by earning the most points. So if you manage to get your flag to the South Pole, you would earn 15 points. And if you're the first player to get your captain back after he had planted his flag at the South Pole, then you will earn an additional 2 points. And then you will earn points for every 2 camp. You will earn 1 point. And for every 3 crates you have back, you will earn 1 point. And for each explorer you manage to get back to your ship, you will earn 2 points. And for each research token, you would earn 1 point. But in the solo version, we are just making a race to the South Pole and have to get our captain back, and we only have 6 rounds to do so. So let's play the game. I think I will start with taking a sailor and move 3 crates with him, like this. And then I have to roll for exposure. Whoa. And I rolled a 6, so we are exposed. We will lose 1 crate. And then I will move my scientist with 3 crates. And the 5 we are exposed, we will lose 1 crate. We are okay with the 2. And then I think I will move my captain, and I think I will take the scientist with him, and then 4 crates. We get 3 crates with the captain and 1 crate with the sailor. No, with the scientist. And then I have to roll for exposure. Wow, that was high numbers. We will lose 2 of our crates. That was a lot. Not a good roll by me. And then we will move the flag up to the captain. He's still active. That was not a good roll. We lost a lot of crates. I think I will move my other sailor with 3 crates, and we will turn 1 crate into 2 food. We can exchange 1 crate to 2 food, and we cannot move the food along with us. It has to stay here. And then we have to roll for exposure. I would like some low numbers this time. Wow! Exceptional bad roll by me. I mean, we lose 4. We are exposed to 4 here. 2 food and 2 crates. That was really a bad start by me. I think I will stop here. I will not roll anymore, and hopefully I will roll a bit better in the next rolls. We will have to turn a weather card, and it's a 4, and it's the active field closest to the South Pole. And 4 is okay. We are in a group. We will not lose any more crates this time. I will return the dice, and hopefully I will roll a bit better in the next round. Otherwise it will be very harsh for us to reach the North Pole. I think I will start with moving my blue sailor and take 3 crates and exchange this one into 2 food. And then we have to roll for exposure. 5. We will lose 1 crate of food. Then I think I will take my captain, and he will take the sailor with him and 4 supplies. And then we have to roll for exposure. 3 and 4. Yes, we didn't lose any supplies this time. That was a good roll. Then I think we will build a camp. So we only will be hurt by 6s or more. It looks like I could use it. So we'll build a camp, and we will have to roll for exposure. Wow. 5, we are okay because we built a camp. So we will lose 1 crate to the 7. Now do I want... Oh, and we have to move the flag up to the captain. He's still standing, he's active. Now do I want to? I have of course taken the high risk dice where the 8-sided dice. They're more risky than these dice, but I wanted the bonuses. But I think I will stop here. It's okay. I will stop here because these dice, they are high risk. And with the rolls I've been making, so I think I better stop here. And we will take a weather card, and it's a 6, so we will lose 1 crate. We stumble into really, really bad weather. And then we will return the dice. And we will start a new round. I think we need some more supplies. I could start with moving the captain. And 2 crates. But he will be really exposed. Do I want that? I think I'll take the chance. Yes, he's safe. We did not lose any crates, and we will move the flag up to where he is. So he is really close to the South Pole now, but there's a long way back. I think we need to get some more supplies. I think I will move this guy 2 spaces. I have to roll for exposure each space. So I can move him 1 space and then roll for exposure. 1. We managed. And I can move him 1 more space and have to roll for exposure. 2. Now the good rolls are coming. That's nice. Then I can take this action and move him 1 space with 3 crates and then roll for exposure. Oh boy, really, really bad. We lost 3 crates there. That was not good. Definitely not happy about that roll. We accomplished nothing. Oh yeah, we got 1 sailor closer to our base, but we do not have that many crates left. Okay, I think I will stop here and draw a weather card. And it's a 2, it's nice weather. We are not exposed, and it's a good thing because he was standing alone, so 4 or higher would hurt us. I think we will return the dice, and then I will take this action and move the captain 1 space. And then we have to roll for exposure. 5, we lose 1 crate, but we managed to get the flag to the South Pole. So now we have to see if we can get our captain back safely. I think I will... do I want to? It's a bit risky. If I take this die, I can move the captain along with 1 crate, but I have to roll both dice. And if they both are exposed, then I would lose the crate and he would be exhausted. And I would have to manage to get a crate up to help him. I think I will see if I can get more of my supplies up. I need more supplies. I think I will take this action and just move 1 of my sailors back. And he will not take any crates with him. Then we have to roll for exposure. 2 and 3, we didn't lose anything. Then I'll try again. And should I take this one instead? No, I think I will take this one. And I will move my sailor and take 3 crates with him. And hopefully I will roll a bit better than last time. We're going to lose 2 crates again. This is not going too well. What are we going to do? I think we will take this one and move 1 sailor with 2 crates and turn 1 crate into 2 food. Like this. And then we will have to roll for exposure. Safe, safe, and we will lose 2 food. No, he's alone. We will lose 3 food. Wow, this is not This is not good. Oh boy. I think I will stop here and let's see what the weather does. Hopefully we have good weather again. Oh boy. Yes, we did. Otherwise we would have lost this crate and he would really be exposed when we had to move him and he didn't have anything, any crate. We do not have many supplies left. And we have 2 cards. I have 2 more rounds. So I have to get the captain back this round. I really do. If I want to manage this. So I will start with taking this die and move the captain with the crate 1 space. And he did not get hurt this time. Then I will take this action die and move the captain with 1 crate. And we have to roll for exposure. 2 and 4, we are safe. We are at the camp. And then I will take this action where I can take the captain and the sailor and 1 crate. Oh, can we manage to get all our people back? Let's see. Oh, we will lose 2 crates like this. But we managed so far, but we do not have any supplies. Do I want to? I could stop here and just make him come home safely in the next round. I think I will stop here. And then we will be exposed for weather. And it's a 6, so 1 guy will be exhausted. I will think the sailor will be exhausted. Like this. The only way we could get him to stand up again was if we managed to get some supplies up to him and he could use 1 supply to be active again. But I think, unfortunately, that we are going to leave our sailor, so he might not make it. All right, we have the last round now. We have to get the captain back. It is looking good. We can get the captain back, but it does not look too good for our companions, our other explorers. That they might be exposed for the bad weather. But let's start with, I think I will move. Will I just move the captain or will I take 1 along with him? I think I will take this die. So I can move the captain and the sailor. And I have to roll for exposure. 6. So we are exposed again. I think I will expose the sailor. And then I will move the captain back to the base, to the ship. And we will lose 1 crate. And then I will move the sailor. No, the scientist. And we have to roll for exposure. And 4, we are okay. We did not lose any supplies. We are back. We managed to get the captain back to the ship. So we have won this game. But we only had 4 crates left. At some point at the game it didn't look too good. But we lost our 2 sailors. So yeah, we barely managed. Let's see what the last weather card is. It's a 5, so we would actually lose 1 more crate. So we only had 3 crates left. It was too risky to try and make a rescue team to save this sailor out here. We could have moved, for example, the scientist out with some crates and then revived the sailor. But I think we would have lost all of our crates, so it was too risky to do that. If you want to make the game even harder, you can play with these scientist tokens. And you can play in a hard mode where you have to collect 2 of them, so you have to use this dice 2 times at least. Or you can play in a blizzard mode where you have to collect 4, so you have to use the dice 4 times out of the 6 rounds. Or you can play in a whiteout mode where you have to collect 6 of these research tokens, so you can make the game even harder for you to play.